And we have arrived to the last section, which is all about factoring. It's a very valuable skill, one that you'll have to do next semester as well, so a good time to remember and learn how to do it. We'll do 3 here and then 2 in a second video, the last 2. All right, so when you factor this, what you're doing is you're taking, basically if you had the number 12, for example, that's a big number, depending on, what you're looking at, but it can be broken down into smaller numbers. For example, 3 times 4, those are factors, or 2 times 6. And what we're trying to do with this quadratic is break it down into 2 linear factors. So here you got like 2 digits and you're breaking it down into 1-digit factors. Here we have quadratic, which is an x squared. We're going to break it down into x's, x something times x. Okay, smaller pieces. The way we do that is you look for factors of 28 that add up to negative 11. And that's because the leading coefficient is 1. And so you just look at the last number and the middle number. When it's not 1, it's a little bit different, and we'll do one of those as well. Factors of 28. You guys are pretty good at this. I can hear you saying it now. That would be 7 times 4 is 28. And then, but we need negative 11, not 11. So both of these should be negatives. Negative 7 plus negative 4 is negative 11. And negative 7 times negative 4 is 28. So you bring your factors in here, x minus 7, x minus 4, and you're done. If they had asked us to find zeros for this, this was set equal to 0, like some of our previous quadratics were, then the zeros would be 7, because 7 minus 7 is 0, and 4, because 4 minus 4 is 0. All right, next one. Remember it says to look out for common factors. So if all of these can be divided by something, then we'll do that. And they can all be divided by 4. Right? So when we do that, the 4 comes out front to say, hey, we need to multiply all these things by 4 to get back to the original. That's 10. Okay, so without the 4, we've changed this expression. But as it is right now, all we've done is we've pulled out a factor, and we've shown the factor that we pulled out. So always leave it there. Because if I multiply 4 by x squared, I get back to that. 4 times 3x, I get back to 12x, and so on. Okay, now we've got a quadratic with a leading coefficient of 1, so we factor it just like we did the last one. Factors of negative 10 this time. Okay, numbers that need to multiply to equal negative 10, but they need to add up to the middle number, 3. Hopefully 5 and 2 are jumping out to you. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 minus 2 is 3. So that 2 needs to be negative. Okay, so let's check it. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Ding. 5 plus negative 2 is 3. Ding. And so those are our factors. Alright, last one for this video. Speaking of common factors, we've got some here. It looks to me like both of these things will divide by 54. So that 54 is going to come out front. Minus x cubed. Oops. Missing the 10. We'll get there. 10x cubed. Alright. So look, if I multiply 54 by both of these, I get back to the original. But there's something else that can be divided out from here. The x to the fourth and x to the third share an x cubed. So I'm going to divide it out, factor it out. 54x cubed x minus 10. And that is fully factored. Alright, one more video. You're almost there. Like and subscribe. Smile.